This is the plaintiff, Thomas Hengen. He says he bought a Sub-Zero refrigerator from the defendant. It had a leak in the condenser, and a repairman told him it is not repairable. The deceptive defendant led him to believe it was in good working order, knowingly unloaded a piece of junk on him, and he's suing for the $1,750. He's out. This is the defendant, Robert Eccles. He says he told the plaintiff he never plugged the Sub-Zero in and wasn't responsible for whether it worked or not. He bought the thing off a job he was doing. It was in his garage for 2 years, and the plaintiff knew he was buying a $7,000 refrigerator for only $800 and took a chance. He's accused of being lukewarm. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $800 for loss of work and gas.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff bought a Sub-Zero from the defendant and it leaked like crazy. But the defendant says he was clear he never plugged it in, so he's not on the hook for anything. It's the case of Zero Dark Fridge.
Thomas Hengen, you're suing Robert Eccles for $1,750?
Yes.
That you say you are out as a result of him selling you a defective refrigerator. You are counterclaiming against him. How much? $800?
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, what happened? Thank you, sir.
Towards the beginning of November, my refrigerator started acting up, and I realized I'm going to need one soon. So I went on Craigslist to try to find a used refrigerator. I wanted the stainless steel front, so I went with, called Robert Eccles, and he also had agreed to deliver the refrigerator to my door, which was a plus, so I agreed to buy his refrigerator.
Okay.
I was insistent on, when I was having a conversation with him, just making sure it was a working refrigerator. That's all I asked. And he led me to believe that it was working.
How? What did he say?
He just told me, he said he had it operational before.
Okay, he had it operational how long before?
He didn't tell me. Also, have a tendency to believe that he had it installed at a job that he was doing, because the picture that he has on Craigslist, the background sheetrock there's some tape and spackle on it. So I believe it was probably at a job, might not have been working so well, and he decided to get rid of it.
Well, you're just making that part up.
Yeah. Well, you could
surmising. All right.
Yeah.
So what happens? He brings the refrigerator over. Don't you test it?
Yes, we did. So we brought the refrigerator over to my house. Now, with all refrigerators, everyone understands that it needs a certain amount of time, 24 to 48 hours, to let the refrigerator acclimate before it'll reach its final temperature. So we did plug it in. The temperature was in the...
Wait, everyone knows that what? Because I didn't know that.
Okay. When you purchase a refrigerator...
Right.
A new refrigerator, a used refrigerator, you need to plug in the refrigerator and let it sit where it's going to be installed, because there's Freon involved.
So then I have a very simple question. Did you know that before you bought this one?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so why didn't you just drive to where the refrigerator was, plug it in, and then for a day, and then you go that next day instead, and then you test it, and then you see whether it works, and then you buy it?
Yeah, he had explained to me that the refrigerator was now in his work truck, tied up in his work truck. So it needed to be moved anyway. You needed to be brought to the final, say, resting place of the refrigerator.
But if it needs to be tested for 24 hours before you know if it works, why didn't you test it for 24 hours? Whether it's take it off the work truck, bring the work truck to a source, there's things that could be done. Either way, right?
Yeah, it's a very good point. To be honest, I didn't even...
All right, so what's wrong with this refrigerator? Were you trying to unload it because it doesn't work?
No, I bought this refrigerator off of a job. I'm a cabinet maker. And I bought it off the job from the builder.
Why was the person selling it?
They renovated their kitchen.
Oh, this is the one that had been in there. Well, where was this picture taken?
That was in my home.
Okay.
I bought it from my home.
Okay, but why is there like a wall in process right behind?
My kitchen was under renovation.
Okay. So did you have it in your kitchen?
Yeah.
And then what?
I never plugged it in. I explained to Tom that...
Wait, you never plugged it in from the job, ever? You never used this refrigerator?
Never did. I bought it as the future. When I'm done with building my cabinets, it was going to be my refrigerator.
Right.
I bought it as is from a builder. He said that
and
it was...
And the cabinet maker has no cabinets?
I had no cabinets.
For how long have you had no cabinets?
It's been a while.
You live without a kitchen?
It's a makeshift kitchen, temporary.
Or do you live alone?
Now I do.
Yeah. Can't imagine why. All right, go on.
So I bought it from the builder. He said it was working prior to when he was selling the kitchen to the woman that we were doing the job for. So I took it under that it worked. It was fine. So I bought it, brought it home. Obviously, my kitchen's not done. I didn't want to use it. I already had a refrigerator. It was going to be for the future. So I put it in the kitchen up against the wall, and there it sat for about 2 years. I explained to him that I had never plugged it in. That was my future refrigerator. So in the beginning, how this whole thing...
I have a question. Why doesn't anybody test stuff before they buy? Am I like crazy or something? Like I would, especially if I had this like specialty knowledge that you have to wait 24 hours, I would insist plug the thing in. And was it on your work truck and therefore he couldn't plug it in?
No, he could have. He could have said to me, listen, I'll come tomorrow, plug it in tonight, you can come look at it tomorrow. I would have let him.
I just don't get why people don't do that. Why aren't people more careful? And then they're clogging up my court system. You know? So what happens? You plug it in for an hour. Well, looks good to me. Here's your money. Goodbye. And then after the other 23 hours, it's not getting cold enough?
Exactly. I called up Robert Eccles. I explained to him that the refrigerator was not working properly. And he told me, oh, you bought it as is. And I said, listen, I kept on asking you. I said, all I want is an operational refrigerator. I must have said it 10 times. During this time, I had also speaking about my attorney about what my options were because I had bought a refrigerator on Craigslist that wasn't working. And he told me you need to get 2 estimates to find out what's wrong with it.
What's wrong with it?
It's a coil condenser, and on Sub-Zero refrigerators, it's inoperable. It's a dead refrigerator.
Why can't you replace a coil condenser?
You know what it is? A refrigerator. It's a huge refrigerator. It's a top-of-the-line refrigerator. They just don't repair them. They don't repair the coil.
That's just not true. Yeah. I own Sub-Zeros all my life. I've seen how many times a repairman has to come out.
Yeah, I've spoken to 3 people, and they all tell me that a coil condenser.
Give me what you have.
I just have a letter here.
Give me whatever you have.
Sure.
To prove your case.
Your Honor, when I talked to him, he told me he got an estimate for $500 that it could be repaired for $500.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Yeah, you know what? I have to tell you, I don't care if it can be repaired for $5 or $500. I care whether you made a warranty or you didn't. Mm-hmm. In other words, it's not up to you to decide, just put a few more $100 into it. Either you gave him a warranty and told him guaranteed to him the thing was working, or you didn't because you told him, I haven't plugged it in 2 years. And, you know, when you buy a used item, like how much, you know, according to you saying all I want is an operational refrigerator and him telling you, it used to work 2 years ago, is a guarantee that it's going to work this moment without you taking the most minimal efforts. Where's the stuff about you got 2 estimates because your lawyer told you to?
I don't have the estimates. I had them. I didn't bring them with me. I apologize. But the person who sent the notarized letter there.
So wait, let me see if I've got this. Yeah. You've got proof that it is absolutely worthless and that you must get your money back, but you didn't bring it to court, even though a lawyer told you to go get it.
Tough luck for this guy.
Tough luck. I think if you buy anything secondhand, you do run the risk of problems with it.
Especially if you don't test it out properly.
Exactly right.
Okay, that's enough said. Going inside the courtroom.
What is your counterclaim about?
It's just time loss. He also...
Time loss what?
Today. And
Don't be silly. Why would you get $800 for being here today? Okay, no. On your counterclaim, 0. What about, let's see what you're suing for. $800 for the refrigerator, $500 for loss of food. Mm-hmm. I don't understand. You had the other refrigerator there. Why would you have any loss of food? You're still testing the refrigerator. Okay, it's always, all right. You're still testing the refrigerator to see if it works. It's hour 24 now. You see that it doesn't, but you lost $500 worth of food. Show me the pictures of $500 worth of food spoiled.
I'll show you 2 months of receipts of food bills.
Really? I mean, a guy might have that and eat the food,
you could
though,
take
right?
That.
So that wouldn't be too prohibitive. All right. And then what else do we have, Mr. Liar? $250 for 2 estimates, $125 per estimate. Let me see the $125 for each of the estimates.
Those are the estimates.
No, I didn't ask you to flop your gums again. I'm asking you to prove your lawsuit.
As previously stated, I explained that I don't have those 2 pieces of paper.
How do you expect to prove your case?
Well, he said he sold me a refrigerator.
No, besides repeating yourself, how do you expect to prove your case? All right.
Your Honor, also in the truck after...
Do you really think you need to talk anymore?
I really don't.
Then don't.
Okay.
Okay? I find in favor of the defendant and the plaintiff's claim against the defendant. I find you have absolutely nowhere any information that he guaranteed to you that this item would work like new. When you buy a used item, it is buyer beware. You know it's buyer beware. You even know exactly what you have to do, but you were too lazy to do it. Stop talking.
Okay, sure.
You're a liar about the loss of food. You're a liar about the estimates, and I want you to go away. And I'm finding in favor of the defendant. As for your counterclaim against him, which is equally ridiculous, 0.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so that's the end of this case for you. And so step on out here, your chance to comment on the outcome here.
I have to can't use profanity, right?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. Is the judge out of her mind? First of all, she call me a liar. I have bills that show all my receipts, okay? I am livid. I drove all the way from Long Island, New York. I bought a refrigerator. The guy said the refrigerator worked, and now I'm stuck with a bogus refrigerator, and this is all nonsense.
Listen, you know the as-is rule, cars, objects like this.
His ad in Craigslist didn't say as is, didn't say anything like that. When you buy something on Craigslist, it's supposed to work. Okay,
right.
You know it's not supposed to be buyer beware.
Yeah.
It's not. Well,
okay.
I've had a great deal of success, and she's out of her mind.
All right.
Call me
Head
a
right
liar
down.
as well. She's
All right.
All
All right, so step on in here. You stiffed him on the fridge, he thinks?
No, not at all.
What happened here? Why is he so upset? Why'd you get the guy so upset?
Because he bought something, he knows the way you buy used items. It's as is, and he's mad about it.
Yeah, well, he says you represented it as in better shape than it turned out to be.
You could read the ad. The ad says clearly there's nothing about it. It's a beautiful looking refrigerator. It just needs a little bit of work.
Yeah, your countersuit, not too cool.
Well, waste of time for me here today.
Harvey?
You know, when you buy something like this, you have a duty of diligence to test it out and realize what's in front of you. Now, if there was a warranty, this guy may have won. There was no warranty here. He didn't do due diligence, and that's why he lost.